Hey traders, it's Greg from Trade90X, and welcome to another weekend watch list edge. I know a lot of people in the community like to trade stocks and are always, asking, what is the best way to really, quickly find, stocks to trade, bullish and bearish, and have, set a rule. So let's jump in. So again, today is the 20th of May, and typically when I'm doing my watch list edge, I like to just quickly go through, the market information. So, right here, always make sure you know when news is coming out. But really what I like to look at here is the heat map, 1 day, 1 week, let's see, green, red, and 1 month we still see more red. So typically, like I said, one day, 1 week, 1 month, this kind of gives us a feel for, again, I look at sectors really, and S&P are my two favorite things to look at. Or I can go to stockcharts.com and I look here, I see the Dow, S&P, comp, Wilshire, Russell. And what I'm looking at here, if you guys have been watching my breakdown videos, again, remember, price is either bullish, bearish, in a range, and you need to master what bullish price action looks like, bearish, or range, and understand how to trade it. So bullish is, lower left to upper right. We want to see clear, higher highs, higher lows, momentum into pause, pull back. Bearishness, lower, higher upper left to lower right, lower highs, lower lows. And the more obvious it is, the easier it is to make money. Again, it's always about context. Who has control? Is it obvious? And then where are the decision points? But right now, if we look at the S&P, now I always look at the S&P in sectors first, and then I look at the other indices. Now, again, of course, NASDAQ has definitely been running, Dow's been lagging, and Russell has been, totally lagging. But S&P right now, see, equal lows, equal highs. I've been talking about it for weeks. 3,800 to 4,200 is the range. Ranges, we break into thirds, bottom, middle, top. Bottom is going to be always highest probability for longs if we get the price action. Top third is always going to be the highest probability to shorts if we get the price action. The middle is always going to be unpredictable and choppy. And I don't even consider middle trades unless you have 2-to-1 risk reward to the top or bottom. And if we do prove above or below the range, then we look at range expansions, and I can show you that on the chart. We look at 125, 150, 200%. We take a fib tool from swing low to high, and it'll give us the above range expansions and below. But right now, what you need to know is that we're in a bigger range, 38 to 4,200, and then we're in a range within a range. We're in the top third, and from 4050 to 4,200, we're in this smaller range. So it's not clear, but it is definitely more of a stock picker's market. But on the overall context, I would prefer to be day trading. That's just us. But like I said, let's go see what stocks, and again, it's all going to be based on the rules. Now, our rules are very, very, very simple. So let's go here, FinViz. Let's go to the screener tool. I have my presets in here. I'm going to look at my favorite screen. So again, so very clear. Make sure you write this down. So when we're bullish, we need to see several things. Number one, I need to see a bullish S&P. I need to see bullish sectors, and the symbols that we're going to pick on our watch list, on the bullish list, they've got to be up at least 1%. Why? Because I need to see that they've got momentum going with the strength of the market, and then vice versa for bearish. We don't even consider a trade unless that day on the watch list that we have, the S&P's bearish, the sectors are bearish, and the stocks are down at least 1% to show we have momentum to the bearish side. The last thing I want to be doing is, if the market's down, looking at bearish trades, and vice versa. Okay, if the market's up, I don't want to be considering bearish trades. Okay, I want to go with the strength of the market. That's the way we do things on our swing trading. Okay, so how we're going to do it is, here you've got the filters. I want stocks over the last 20 days, new highs, making new highs, because that shows me their strength. Over $5, I want to see volume over 2 million. Now, if I don't see enough, I can go to 1 million, but I want to see liquidity. Now, typically I like to see average to range at least 1, because it shows me movement. I want to see stocks that are optionable. I want stocks in the US, that's me. And then if you want ETFs, you can just do any. If you just want stocks, right here. So I don't mind having any. And then we come down here, And this is how we quickly build our list. It's not rocket scientist, it's not rocket science, but again, you need to understand it takes a little bit of time. So again, remember the rules for bullish. I need to see bullish S&P, bullish sectors, and the stocks on our watch list going through the prices I'm going to talk about. If we're taking bearish trades, we need to see bearish S&P, bearish 11 sectors, and the stock has got to go through the price that I'm going to talk about. So what I'm looking for is, remember, I don't want to make a big list. Okay. You start with the weekend. You can redo this, every day if this is something you like to do. But again, I want the most obvious stocks. If it is not obvious or it's very gappy, I'm just going to pass. What I'm looking for bullish stocks is lower left to upper right, where I can see clear momentum legs, where it goes momentum, pullback, pause or pullback, and the candles that I'm looking for are going to be our pin bars, green engulfing, double dojis, and then I'll talk about it on the bearish side when we look at them. So right now, Apple looks beautiful. Lower left, upper right. I mean, it's giving you multiple chances on this chart right here. Okay, so right now, what I'm looking at is if we get above, if the S&P and the sectors are bullish, and we get above 175. 175.25, I would definitely be interested. But just remember what I showed you here. We are right up against, remember, Dow's lagging, Russell here. Yes, the NASDAQ's running, and Apple is a NASDAQ, and it is an S&P stock. Just remember, this 4,200, if we can't break above it, we could kind of rattle around in here. So just remember that, okay? Just keep that in mind. So let's go back to this. AIG I like as well. It's moving from lower left to upper right. We get above 54, bullish S&P, bullish sectors. I would be interested in AIG. And again, now this one, again, if it wasn't so gappy, I'd be interested. So I'm not interested. That's just me. I want smoother price action. No, this is already running, so I need to see a pullback. Berkshire Hathaway, I don't usually trade. CEG, no. And again, now this one will go on my watch list the same way Avgo is, but we need to see, I'd love to see a pullback, before I would consider. But these two would go on my watch list on stocks to watch. Now, crowd has already kind of run, so we need to see a pullback. This one's coming in, no. Okay, Dell, I like Dell a lot. Okay, we get above 48. I'm interested in Dell. Okay. Now, again, what I'm looking for, you see what this is beautiful. Look at this momentum leg, pullback, engulfing. Stop goes below the engulfing. One, depending if you're trading. Now, we trade options when it comes to our swing trades. So your entry here to here, below entry to here, this is how you would determine your entry to your stop, would then determine how many contracts. Now, here at Trade90X, our risk management is very clear. We never risk more than 1% of our account in any one trade. We never risk more than 5% in a session of our account. We always look at minimum of 2 to 1 to target 1, and we have well-defined profit and loss targets every single day. So again, those are our rules. And again, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the stocks like Dell that give us those momentum right here, pin bar, golfing double dojis, momentum, pullback, doji, engulfing, beautiful. Okay, so again, above 48, I'm interested in Dell. Now, DLTR looks good. Above 160.25 with the bullish S&P sectors, use proper risk management. We're looking for that entry candle. I like it. No, 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 it's gappy. Expedia, definitely. I want to see it clear above here. So it gets above 97. I'm interested. Okay, let's see. FTNT. I like it. Above 69.75. Yes. GE, I like. Above 104.50. Definitely, I'm interested. Google, definitely above 123. I'm interested. Okay, now remember, I don't want to have more than 5 or 10 stocks on my watch list. What I suggest is you have your watch list and you watch these stocks. And I would definitely say these stocks are definitely good for the next few days. So just keep that in mind. Let's go see if there's anything else that looks really good. See, these are ETFs, so I'm going to pass on those. Lilly looks good. Above I'm going to say 440. 275. I want to see this thing move. Okay. MasterCard looks like lower left to upper right. It's giving you the pullback. If we get that candle, that green engulfing candle, I definitely above this what is this right here? Right above this 390, I'm interested. Okay, Meta is gapping up like this, so I'm not as interested in that. Oh, this looks beautiful. This is what I'm talking about. Lower left, momentum, pause, beautiful. Above 103, I'm interested. That's an ETF. These are separate. I'm just talking for people that want to trade stocks. You know what? We got enough already. So again, bullish stocks, we want to see bullish S&P, bullish sectors. I want to see the smoothest stocks like Lilly and Oracle, lower left to upper right. We see clear higher highs, higher lows, momentum into pause. Absolutely, those are the stocks. As long as we get that bullish momentum and it goes through the price that I mentioned, I am 100% interested. And I showed you how we look at it. You take your entry to your stop to determine your 1% and then how many things. Now, I'll do separate videos on that, but this is just to find stocks quickly. Now, if you're interested in finding bearish stocks, because right now we're kind of in an indecision mode, I would have my bullish and bearish watch list. Now, it's the exact same filters. We just reverse it around. And remember, the thing that's different, you must have bearish S&P, bearish sectors, and the price that I'm going to give you on the symbols we're interested in must go through the price that the entry price below. Are we clear? Good. So what I'm looking for here is the most obvious stocks, upper left to lower right. Okay, so BBYY looks good. This was no, 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 yes. We get below 70.25 with a bearish S&P in sectors. I like it. Etsy, yes. Upper left to lower right. We get below 89 with bearish S&P bearish sectors. I like Etsy. Again, I want to trade with the strength. Run, yes. Bearish S&P, bearish sectors. We get below 1450. I'm interested. Again, ETFs, no, no, no. Okay, so that's it really. So on the bearish side, we're not getting as many opportunities, but we definitely got a few very nice symbols. So again, remember, we now have symbols. This doesn't take very long. What this really takes is just, again, using my filters and then really understanding, again, remember, price can only be bullish, bearish, or range. You've got to master what bullish price action looks and bearish. And I've explained it again. I want clear, obvious upper left to lower right, momentum into pause or pullback. The bearish candles we're looking for are shooting stars, red engulfing, and red double dojis. Are we clear? Excellent. And as long as we get the rules, keep it simple. Remember, if I'm looking for bearish stocks and we don't get bearish S&P and bearish sectors and the price doesn't go through the price I mentioned, why am I going to trade it? It's not giving us the momentum. Same thing to the bullish side. If it doesn't give me bullish S&P, bullish sectors that day, and the price doesn't move through the price that I mentioned, I'm not interested. I want obvious, smooth price action to give us the highest probability. And then always our targets are minimum. You take your entry to your stop. It should be within that 1%. Never risk more than 5% a day, and that target one needs to be at least minimum of 2 to 1. I even would like to see more, but again, when you're first really working on this, keep it at 2 to 1. Build that, pad your account, build that profit, and really, like I said, but the first thing always, and I'm going to mention again, before you trade live, again, we have to earn the right to trade live here. I have to mention that. Again, everything we do at Trade90X is we back test. We do a minimum of 50 to 100 trades in the symbols or time frame. And we have to prove, number one, that we understand how the markets work. We understand the process. We understand how to execute the trades, and we built a statistical edge over those trades. And then only are you prepared to go live. Because again, if you're not going to backtest, journal, use your routines, and build that rinse and repeat process, it's not going to go well for you. Again, you've got to build that statistical edge and learn your numbers. But in the meantime, I'm showing you the quick down and dirty. Now, I have a few other scans, but I like to keep it simple. I want stocks that are moving in that direction. Okay. Now, in the future, I will show you some other scans, but for now, I really want you to keep it simple. Now, if there's anything you didn't understand about how we broke down the bullish and bearish scans and what our edge rules are for bulls and bears, hit us up at hello@trade90x.com. And again, be smart, trade safe, and don't break the rules. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.